A man does what he must in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures, and that is the basis of all human morality. This nation has tossed its cap over the wall of space, and we have no choice but to follow it. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Peace is a daily, a weekly, a monthly process, gradually changing opinions, slowly eroding old barriers, quietly building new structures. And however undramatic the pursuit of peace, that pursuit must go on. So, let us not be blind to our differences, but let us also direct attention to our common interests and to the means by which those differences can be resolved. I look forward to a future in which our country will match its military strength with our moral restraint, its wealth with our wisdom, its power with our purpose. It may be different elsewhere, but democratic society in it, the highest duty of the writer, the composer, the artist is to remain true to himself and to let the chips fall where they may. The stories of past courage can teach, they can offer hope, they can provide inspiration, but they cannot supply courage itself. For this each man must look into his own soul. It is increasingly clear that no matter what party is in power, so long as our national security needs keep rising, an economy hampered by restrictive tax rates will never produce enough jobs or enough profits. If freedom is to survive and prosper, it will require the sacrifice, the effort and the thoughtful attention of every citizen. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. For one true measure of a nation is its success in fulfilling the promise of a better life for each of its members. Let this be the measure of our nation. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining by filling 3 basic gaps in our anti-recession protection. The life of the arts, far from being an interruption, a distraction, in the life of a nation, is very close to the center of a nation's purpose and is a test of the quality of a nation's civilization. We must know all the facts and hear all the alternatives and listen to all the criticisms. Let us welcome controversial books and controversial authors. For the Bill of Rights is the guardian of our security as well as our liberty. Not every child has an equal talent or an equal ability or equal motivation, but they should have the equal right to develop their talent and their ability and their motivation to make something of themselves. When power leads man toward arrogance, poetry reminds him of his limitations. When power narrows the area of man's concern, poetry reminds him of the richness and diversity of existence. When power corrupts, poetry cleanses. When I ran for presidency of the United States, I knew that this country faced serious challenges, but I could not realize, nor could any man realize who does not bear the burdens of this office, how heavy and constant would be those burdens. Let us not emphasize all on which we differ, but all we have in common. Let us consider not what we fear separately, but what we share together.